Is this thing on? What's up? I was bored, and as one does when they're bored, I decided, oh, why not just rig an entire PNG tuber? 'Cause, funny. But let's just get on with it. So, I drew this a while back with hopes of someday learning to rig in live 2D cubism, and like the devoted and mature individual I am, I got bored after 3 days and quit. Yeah, anyways, this is a drawing of the human version of a character Clonic from Cult of the Lamb. He's a little shopkeeper. I really like him. He's adorable. Anyways, I slapped together this character in about an hour, the one I'm using now. And I really wanted a good excuse to use it. Because, hyperfixation and dopamine, so. And no, I just decided, why not make another one? One was easy enough, right? And, I was right. The second one was easy. Anyways, I've never really posted a video, so I'm gonna harass my friends into watching this. Hi there, Sage. You too, Glue Eater. Well, jokes aside, I am pretty proud of myself for what I've created. I think it's pretty cool. Took me a little while, so yeah. Anyways, the overall rigging process for making PNG tubers isn't too difficult. It's just adjusting some buttons, setting some presets for eyes, layers, and stuff. The most annoying part by far is exporting all your files into the program, because you have to put every single PNG, download it, put it in a folder, put it in the thing, put each one on your canvas. I don't know, I just hate things that are repetitive, and it's oh so repetitive. That's like a 5 minute task though, and once you get that done, it's honestly super easy. So in the future, I'm kind of hoping to post more. I really want to post some like speed paints of my comic and other things I'm working on, because I think that would be really fun. I'm not too sure how to commentate these things, but maybe I can figure it out. Maybe I won't. Who knows? It can't be that bad if you're still watching this, right? Right? It's kind of ironic because the current PNG tuber I am now, funny story, was not supposed to look like this. A series of happy accidents led me this way. Because originally, the hair of this character was brown, and I'm messing around drawing, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add like a layer on top and have like filters, so it's like all kind of like the same hue. So I'm adding my like semi-transparent overlay, and I'm just playing around with the different layer modes, because yeah, why not? Because I don't know, maybe you'll find something fun, maybe you won't, but I was playing around with different layer modes, and I landed on one, and it was like perfect. I love the way it made this character look, because it looks way better than before I put the transparent layer on. But it made the hair black, and at first I was like, but this character wasn't supposed to have black hair. And then I was like, does it matter? No, I've never actually made this character before, so it can have black hair, I guess. But anyways, that's kind of just about like the character I am. The clonic character I was working on, I don't even remember when I made this. It was a while ago. Probably like at least like 4 to 8 months ago. Probably more reasonably 4 months ago. But either way, it's been a hot second since I've like made this. So yeah, the art style is quite different. You can tell that there's a big difference in shading and just the way it looks. And even the way like the layers and stuff are cut. Cause like with the one I am now, I did a lot of different things, like making certain pieces separate. And with the Clonic one, it was more designed for live 2D rigging, so I made it like each piece that needed to move could move. But with a PNG tuber, you don't quite need to go that far. So it was a little bit more work with the mouth because the inner mouth, the teeth, the tongue, and like the lips and stuff were all separate for the Clonic one. Whereas mine are just two pictures because that's a lot easier. Because originally the Clonic one, again, would want a closing mouth and everything, and that was a lot of work. And yeah, I definitely got burnt out of Live 2D Cubism after like 2 attempts. I opened it, I tried it, and then I quit. Like, I don't even think it was like I got burnt out from spending too much time on it. I just tried it, deep fried my little brain. I'm not very smart when I don't pick things up right away. And so I did what any reasonable person would do and simply just quit. I mean, I kind of wish I had stuck with it, because I totally probably could have figured it out and made a character. But in some ways, I'm kind of happy things ended the way they did, because now I've got this thing. But back on the backtrack of Clonic. When I originally drew the Clonic one, it had closed eyes, but I also had a preset for open eyes. It had like solid white eyes, but I didn't end up bringing it over to the PNG tuber. I don't know. I couldn't really think of a good way to like incorporate it in with it, because like I could make it whenever it blinks, instead of blinking it just opens its eyes. But that's kind of weird, and I didn't want it like opening its eyes every now and again. So I decided against that. And I thought about making a different preset, having, open eyes for Clonic in one preset and having closed eyes in another. But honestly, I didn't end up doing any other presets, and I didn't feel like adding another file to my file from somewhere else. So I just ended up not including the eyes. I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't think I'd ever want the eyes on the Clonic model anyways. I don't think I'll ever use it either. This was just for fun, because, I was bored and stuff. But other than that, there was a couple of fun quirks I encountered with the drawing while working on it. Because the layers of the clothing are all, one layer. So it was kind of interesting how it all worked and stuff. Because you can't move the feathers individually or anything. So I just kind of ended up, like, trying to move the layers side to side in the beginning. And when that didn't work, I just wasn't sure what to do. So I was messing around with the options, and I figured if I made it, like, squish when it went up, it looked a little more realistic. Like, kind of what I have for the little stars hanging off my hat. Because originally they just went horizontal back and forth, but I didn't like how like stagnant that kind of looked. Because I figured, I can change anchor points, and if I do rotation and touch a bunch of buttons, it does a thing. And I feel like that looks way cooler. But hey, what do I know? Nothing, probably. One kind of noticeable thing is that the Clonic one doesn't actually have a nose. I'm not too entirely sure why I didn't add a nose when I drew it, because I drew this a while ago, so I don't have a ton of recollection of when I drew it. But I don't know why I didn't add a nose to it. Maybe it's because I'm bad at drawing noses. I mean, look at the nose on this model. I'm sorry, this is like minimal effort, and I was surprised at how good the nose came out on this one. And like, that's saying a lot, because it does not look very good. Like, yeah, I totally spent like 20 minutes looking at anime noses online trying to draw one. And then I was like, you know what, we ball, and just drew two lines and another line and half shaded one of them was like good enough. Because actually, the colors of my model were a lot more like dead before I put a filter. And I tried putting one on the Clonic model. I just didn't have the motivation to download each layer separately. Because, if I didn't do that, I could just download all the layers at once. I mean, I still had to transfer them to my computer, which took forever. Because, I don't know. There's no Procreate on computer. And I use an iPad, so. I'm hoping to start posting a video. Maybe, once. Maybe once a week. Maybe once every 2 weeks. Depends on my motivation, depends on my schedule. I probably can do once a week because I draw a comic once a week. I can post a speed paint of that with mediocre commentary that no one wants to listen to. Though, I guess in the end, I really did enjoy making this, and it was a really cool process to learn how to do everything. And I totally would just enjoyed it. And as much as, like, I think, I wanted it to look good, and I wanted it to, be perfect and everything, I'm happy for some of the imperfections and issues I encountered. But, it was fun. If you liked this, subscribe. If you didn't like it, you can also subscribe, I guess.